Hello, my name is Olivier Prue, and in this video, I will be demonstrating and going into the code of a game I made. This game was made during 1 week as a sort of impromptu game jam for myself. This game jam took place between Christian Easter and Orthodox Easter. Thus, an Easter theme was logical. This game is a puzzle game that involves you trying to paint an egg to match the egg shown on the right. In order to change the color of the egg, you can press on these different colored baskets. You can also use these objects to mask the egg. For example, if I were to want to mask the top of the egg, I use the hat. Then, when I change the color and remove the hat, the top of the egg remains the same. The puzzles in this game revolve around this mechanic, slowly but surely getting more and more complex. While designing this game, I designed each model with orthographic projection in mind. This helps because no matter what position the camera's in, the egg will be masked the same either way. The first thing I did was in Blender render out the egg with each individual accessory in front of it. Once rendered out, I combined them all in Photoshop to create all the different maskable regions. I then projected this texture to the egg on a material in order to make it line up properly. This material uses a custom shader I made in Shader Graph, which replaces each color in the texture with a variable color defined here. For the interaction system used in this game, I used a very similar system that I used in my dialogue system, and so I won't be going over that in this video. This script starts by creating an array of strings with the names of the variables from my shader. When the game starts, I set each maskable area to an eggy beige color by iterating through each color variable and setting its color. When one of the color pots is clicked, it triggers this method, which checks whether or not an area is masked, and if it's unmasked, it changes the color of that region. Then, after each interaction happens, I check what parts should be masked. I set each mask to false, and then depending on what kind of accessory is on the egg, I selectively set them to true. Then I output the current state of the egg to the interaction manager in order to check if it's in the same state as the answer egg. The interaction manager tells me whether or not the eggs are the same. If they are, I wait for the player to stop masking the egg altogether. Once the egg is unmasked, we move on to the next scene.